Hey guys, welcome to Fun Over Easy. Today we're going to be counting down the top 10 saddest moments in YouTube videos. You don't have to, but if you do enjoy this video, leave a like and let's get started. Number 10. Matthew Santoro's abuse. Popular YouTuber Matthew Santoro released a video earlier this year titled My Abuse Story. The video starts with Matthew crying and then he begins to talk about an abusive relationship he was in with someone. He talks about how this individual made him push his friends and family out of his life.
And this individual that I was with forced me to push everybody out of my life. I pushed my family away. I pushed my closest friends away.
He also says that this person made him push every female out of his life. Because of this abusive individual, Matt lost some of his best friends.
And I lost my friends, I lost my closest friends because I was made to believe that everybody else was a loser.
When Matt tried to end the relationship, his abusive partner would not let him leave the house and hit him in the face.
This person prevented me from leaving their home and said, "You're not going anywhere." At which point, I was hit in the face.
Today, Matt seems to be much happier. He's been doing a lot of traveling and recently went to Paris, which you can check out on his vlog channel. Number 9. Why I wanted to end my life. For months, FouseyTube aka Yusuf was hiding something from his viewers, until one day he accidentally revealed it on his vlog. A few seconds of the vlog showed that Yusuf has 2 tattoos on his right forearm. The day after this vlog was uploaded, Yusuf uploaded his video Why I Wanted to End My Life. The video starts with Yusuf explaining to his viewers that when he first moved to LA, he was very lonely and had no friends and nothing to occupy his time.
When I first moved to Los Angeles, I didn't have nobody. I didn't really know what I was doing, and I still don't because I'm still in transition, but I literally just didn't know how to occupy my time every day.
He was very depressed and trying to figure out who he really was as a person. He decided he wanted to get earrings and a tattoo to express himself.
Oh, I'm in Los Angeles. That means I must need to find myself out here. I must need to do something to become a man, become an individual, become myself. I told myself, you know what? I'm gonna get earrings. And then I also noticed that they do tattoos there. So I got a tattoo that day.
He really liked his first tattoo, so a few days later he decided to get a second tattoo. However, after he got his second tattoo, he went home and had a severe breakdown. He started breathing heavily and crying.
For the first time in my life, I had a severe mental breakdown, nervous breakdown.
Tattoos are forbidden for Muslims, which is one of the main reasons this made Yusuf so upset. The next few months, Yusuf was very depressed and suicidal. He began seeing a therapist, but it did not help very much. He decided to go to a tattoo removal place and start working on getting the tattoos removed. Today, Yusuf is still working on getting the tattoos removed, but he seems to be much happier. Number 8. Amanda Todd's story. Amanda Todd was a teenage girl who uploaded a video where she told her story about her struggles, from bullying to self-harm. She tells a story using note cards about how in 7th grade she would go on webcam sites like Omegle. She would get lots of compliments from guys calling her gorgeous, beautiful, etc. One guy asked her to flash him, and so she did. A few months after this, the guy that she flashed messaged her on Facebook saying that if she didn't put on a show for him, he would send the naked picture of her to all her Facebook friends. She didn't do it, and the guy sent the picture to all of her Facebook friends. She began getting bullied at school because of this, so she moved to a new school. Her stalkers sent the photo to her new classmates, and she continued to get bullied. She became very depressed and got into drugs and alcohol. All the bullying and depression was becoming too much for her, and she tried to kill herself by drinking bleach, but she was rushed to the hospital and saved. However, a few months later, she tried to kill herself again and was successful. A few years after Amanda Todd committed suicide, an unknown man was arrested and charged for sexually extorting her. Number 7. Boogie2988's Draw My Life. Boogie's Draw My Life video is very sad. It starts with his childhood. He grew up with parents who were very depressed. Boogie was always sick growing up, and because he did not get much physical activity, he became overweight.
As a kid, I was always pretty much sick. Either it was my allergies or chicken pox or something going on, but I pretty much was always sick. And because I didn't get much physical activity, I also got really fat.
At school, Boogie got bullied for being overweight.
I didn't really have any friends at school either, which kind of sucked. The kids at school would call me fat or ugly or gross.
When Boogie was in his 20s, his doctor told him that he had lymphedema in his leg, and the doctor wanted to remove his leg, but Boogie didn't let him.
And unfortunately for me, something went bad with my legs. I got a condition called lymphedema, and a very mean doctor tried to tell me that he was going to take that leg, but I wouldn't let him.
Since he had lymphedema, he could not walk well, and exercising became even more difficult for him. A few months later, his dad passed away from cancer. Boogie became even more depressed and didn't leave his home for 7 years. During this time, he started YouTube and became pretty well known after Ray William Johnson talked about him. A few months after this, however, Boogie's mother died. This was the saddest time in Boogie's life. Boogie then decided that he was going to kill himself on Christmas.
I got a phone call from the hospital, and they told me that my mother was very, very sick. I came to visit her, and while I was there, she died. And this made me sadder than I had ever been, and I really didn't know what to do with myself. So that Christmas, I made plans to kill myself.
Thankfully, he talked himself out of it. Boogie's life slowly became better. He met a woman who he eventually married. His YouTube channel kept growing and today has over 3 million subscribers. Boogie is still struggling with weight issues but seems to be very happy today. Number 6. Syndicate's grandma dies. When Syndicate, real name Tom, told the story of his grandmother, it was on Twitch, but since he is such a popular YouTuber, I wanted to include him on this list. Around 4 years ago, Tom was live streaming when he decided to tell his viewers about his grandmother. He told the viewers that his grandmother just passed away from motor neuron disease, or ALS.
On your body and everything like this, and it just kills you. My grandma got diagnosed 3 years ago, and when she got diagnosed, it was like she got diagnosed with something. It was like
Tom began talking about the last time he saw his grandmother alive. It starts with Tom and his father quickly rushing to the home his grandmother was at, and when they got there, there was already ambulances outside. Tom rushed upstairs to see his grandmother one last time and wanted to make sure that she was still alive to see him as well. Tom got there just in time. A few minutes after he arrived, his grandmother passed away.
there was an ambulance outside, there was paramedics upstairs. I ran straight upstairs just to see her. Like,
go fuck yourself!
If she would have passed away, if she would have passed away without seeing me, I would have never lived with myself. So
go fuck yourself!
I went upstairs as quick as I could. I just looked at her. There was paramedics everywhere, and she still was awake.
Number 5. OverboardHumors Story. Overboard Humor, real name Garrett, is a YouTube prankster who has been going through a lot of problems lately. Garrett made a video titled Update, Mother of My Child Arrested, Domestic Abuse, Restraining Orders, and My Mission in Life. In this video, he talks about how the mother of his child was arrested and she may not be able to visit their child anymore.
She's ordered by the court to move out and she's not allowed to come here. There's a restraining order against her.
He then goes on to talk about how he does not have enough money to support their child.
My life is falling apart, but I'm not complaining. I'm not crying over it. I have shed some tears at times to let the emotion out because it's good to cry, but I'm not crying over it.
Number 4. JackSepticEyes' grandma dies. JackSepticEye made a long Let's Play video playing a game called That Dragon Cancer. Halfway through the gameplay, the game took him to a hospital. The hospital reminded Jack of when his grandma was in the hospital right before her death. Jack then begins to talk about his grandmother, and it is very sad.
This is sad because
It reminds me of the last few days when my granny was alive, but she was locked away in like a hospital for the last few months of her life, and she didn't really recognize anybody anymore. And I remember going in one time with my sister to see her, and we were talking to her, and my granny was like, "Is Sean going to come in to visit us?" And I was sitting right next to her, and she didn't know who I was.
Number 3. Furious Pete gets cancer. Last year in August, Furious Pete uploaded a video titled "My Second Round with Cancer." In this video, he explains that the first time he beat cancer, a few of the cancer particles spread to the lymph nodes near his lungs.
And initially, there were concerns that some cancer particles came up here to my lymph nodes.
He then talked about how he would have to get radiation therapy to remove the cancer.
Spent 4 hours with doctors discussing my options. And that's when reality struck, where I was given the option to do chemotherapy or radiation. And after weighing everything, I decided to go with radiation.
This video was very upsetting for fans of Furious Pete, and to make matters worse, a YouTuber named Vegan Gains was making fun of Pete for having cancer.
Did any of you hear the horrible news? Furious Pete got cancer again. So who would like a "haha, you're gonna die of cancer" t-shirt?
However, 3 months later, Pete announced that his cancer was cured and he is now cancer-free.
I am now cancer-free. I am in remission, which pretty much means all signs of cancer are now gone from my body.
Number 2, Keemstar Makes a Man Cry. Earlier this year, Drama Alert uploaded a video claiming that a 62-year-old live streamer named Tony was a pedophile. This resulted in Tony getting harassed by thousands of Drama Alert fans on his live stream. The fans found out his personal information, like where he lives and his full name, and harassed him with that. This resulted in the 62-year-old man breaking down and crying on his live stream.
I'm not calling him. I'm not telling him my phone number. I don't want that guy to bother me no matter what. I don't want his money. I don't want his apology. Because, I know who and what I am. And my real friends know who and what I am. And they stuck by me. Thank you very much for everything.
However, once Drama Alert realized the accusations were false, they deleted the video and apologized to Tony. Tony has forgiven Keemstar. Number 1. Daniel's suicide. Last year, Daniel, a good friend of Markiplier's, was going through some problems. He was very depressed and decided to take his life. This was very hard for Markiplier, and Markiplier didn't upload any videos for a few days. He finally uploaded a video titled "Lost a Friend," where he talks about Daniel, and it is very sad.
Daniel Kyer of Syndicates has passed away as of last week after an apparent suicide attempt, and a live stream in Daniel's honor, and I want to celebrate the life that he lived instead of, I want to, because Daniel was such a positive influence on a lot of people, and he was a positive influence on me, and he did a lot of things that were often unseen, and I just hope that he knew how much I respected him as a friend.
Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, then leave a like because it really motivates me to keep making videos for you guys. Also, check out these videos on the screen. I'm gonna link them in the description below. Thanks for watching, subscribe for more daily videos, and have a wonderful day.